You've probably seen those signs at the zoo. Do not feed the animals. But what about the animals that aren't in a zoo? The ones we see every day in parks, ponds, and rivers. They seem so peaceful, so graceful. It's hard to imagine they could be dangerous. But looks can be deceiving. And for one man in Chicago, a seemingly harmless encounter with a swan turned into a life-or-death struggle. This is the story of Anthony Hensley. In April of 2012, Anthony was a 37-year-old father of two, working for a company that used swans to keep geese away from properties. It sounds like a pretty idyllic job, right? Spending your days on the water, surrounded by these beautiful birds. Anthony was an experienced kayaker and a strong swimmer. He knew what he was doing. On that particular Saturday morning, he was checking on the swans at a condominium complex in Des Plaines, a suburb of Chicago. He paddled his kayak into a pond, and that's when one of the swans approached him. Now, most people think of swans as elegant symbols of love, but they can also be fiercely territorial, especially during nesting season. This swan wasn't being friendly. It charged at Anthony's kayak, and with a powerful flap of its wings, it tipped him over into the cold water. Anthony was wearing boots and heavy clothing, which immediately started to weigh him down. He tried to swim to shore, but the swan wouldn't let him. Every time he got close to the edge, the aggressive bird would block his path, forcing him back into the deeper water. Witnesses watched in horror from the shore. They saw Anthony struggling, going under the water, and then resurfacing, gasping for air. The swan was relentless. It continued to pursue him, never giving him a chance to escape. Despite his efforts, the heavy clothes and the persistent attack from the bird were too much. Anthony drowned. By the time emergency crews arrived and pulled him from the water, it was too late. The incident was ruled an accident, but it sent shockwaves through the community. How could a swan, a bird we associate with beauty, cause a person's death? Experts explained that while extremely rare, swan attacks can happen. They are powerful birds, and when they feel their territory or their young are threatened, they will defend them aggressively. Their main weapons are their wings, which they use to beat and disorient a perceived threat. In the water, this can be incredibly dangerous, as it can lead to panic and drowning, especially if the person is weighed down. Anthony Hensley's family was left devastated. They lost a loving husband and father in a way no one could have ever predicted. His story is a tragic reminder that wildlife, no matter how beautiful or seemingly gentle, is still wild. These animals operate on instinct, and we have to respect their space. It's not about being afraid of nature, but about understanding it and coexisting safely. The next time you see a swan gliding gracefully on a pond, admire its beauty from a distance. Remember Anthony Hensley, and remember that even the most serene-looking creatures deserve our respect and a wide berth. Thanks for watching.